How would the world be if Russia and China switched places geographically? Let's delve into the potential ramifications and envision the world under such circumstances. With this geographical switch, China would gain access to one of the world's largest, most useless coastline, stretching along the Arctic Ocean and the North Pacific. Unlike countries like India and the United States which have coastlines with direct access to the world's ocean, China will find itself in a landlocked and ice-locked with only few exits to the high seas. You see, despite having a coastline of more than 37,000 kilometers long, Russia is still a landlocked country. The warm water ports that China would gain access to, such as the port of Saint Petersburg on the Baltic Seas and Novorossiysk Port on the Black Sea, are controlled by countries like Denmark and Turkey, which are all US allies and NATO members. This would pose a significant challenge for China's maritime ambitions and its desire to project power beyond its borders. I think this is the biggest reason why today's Russia can never become the world's biggest superpower. What's more devastating is that China would lose its natural barriers and protection against Western countries. Historically, China has been shielded by mountain ranges, deserts, and other geographical features that acted as barriers against potential invasions. If China were to switch places with Russia, they would face heightened vulnerability and would need to explore alternative strategies to safeguard its borders. It might even be compelled to consider aggressive territorial expansion to secure its interests. To ensure its security, China might feel compelled to annex its neighboring territories on the west like Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Norway, and of course Ukraine. This annexation would be driven by the need for strategic depth and buffer zones against potential threats from the west. Nobody likes their enemies at their doorstep kind of thing. However, such expansionist endeavors would undoubtedly provoke international tensions and potentially lead to conflicts with neighboring countries and global powers. Look at the heat Russia is currently experiencing by invading one country. Another significant challenge China would encounter in this new setting is the scarcity of arable land in proportion to its enormous population of 1.4 billion people. Unlike its current territory, which features fertile regions suitable for agriculture, China would find itself in Russia's place, a vast expanse of land, around 60% of its total land to be exact, with harsh climates and limited arable potential. The existing agricultural practices in Russia would not be sufficient to sustain China's population, leading to severe food shortages and potential famine. This would exacerbate the country's already complex task of feeding its people. On the other hand, Russia, with its newfound geographical position, would reap several advantages. It would gain access to extensive arable lands, which could support increased agricultural production and potentially transform the nation into a major global food supplier. The large rivers that would be flowing through Russia would facilitate the development of thriving civilizations and enhance trade opportunities. I'm talking about how the Yellow River and the Yangtze River have been invaluable assets for China's economy. Their contributions to agriculture, transportation, energy, tourism, natural resources, and water management have played a significant role in driving economic growth, improving living standards, and supporting various industries in China. This would explain why large cities like Shanghai, Yunnan, Hunan are based along the Yangtze River. Russia would also benefit from natural barriers that would protect it from potential threats from almost all directions. To the west, Russia will be protected by the Himalayas and Gobi Desert, and to the east they will have the mighty Pacific, which will all provide a sense of security. Interestingly, this shift in geography might alter Russia's geopolitical ambitions. Unlike China's current stance towards Taiwan, Russia might not harbor the same desire to exert control over the island. With its access to open waters and improved geopolitical position, Russia may focus more on strengthening its influence in its immediate vicinity and maintaining stability in its extended neighborhood. In conclusion, the hypothetical scenario of Russia and China switching geographically presents a thought-provoking exploration of the potential consequences for both nations and the world at large. China would face significant challenges, including a frozen coastline, lack of natural barriers, and the need for territorial expansion to ensure security. The scarcity of arable land in proportion to its population would also pose a threat to China's food security. Meanwhile, Russia would gain access to extensive arable lands, enjoy natural access to open waters and natural barriers which have historically helped China become among the world's biggest superpower. But the question is, who would benefit more from this switch, China or Russia? And which countries would benefit from the switch? If you enjoyed this video, I will appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching.